Welcome back, guys. This is part 2 to Billy Mitchell's Road to Redemption. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, I'll leave the link down in the descriptions. You can check that out, as well as any other of the Billy Mitchell videos that I've done about the high score controversy, etc. Just to catch you up, earlier this year, a forum moderator named Jeremy Young posted evidence claiming that Mitchell was not playing on original arcade hardware, but on MAME, an emulator that could potentially be tampered with, making his gameplay inadmissible. After considering Young's dispute, Guinness World Records and Twin Galaxies both stripped Billy Mitchell of his high scores. On a Saturday night, June 2018, Billy Mitchell spoke at the Marriott Renaissance Waverly Hotel just outside of Atlanta during a panel at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. So Billy has officially launched what he calls his redemption tour to clear his name after being exposed as a cheater and being stripped of those said video game records. And it hasn't been starting off very well. Variety was there for the first night of his tour, where Billy had the room to himself for about an hour to a crowd of 150 people. Mitchell opened the room to questions at the beginning of his speech, but then proceeded to speak for about 55 minutes before his moderator, podcaster Bobby Blackwolf, was able to speak one full sentence. Those who attended said it was Mitchell speaking non-stop and providing stacks of emails and random documents that showed he was legitimate. People may not be too interested in all that, but what they will be interested in is what Mitchell had to say about the people who called him out as a cheater and continued to double his records and say that everything he had done was valid. He's quoted to saying they're jealous crybabies who want to be worshipped sitting behind their keyboards. Mitchell then went on to describe a conspiracy which involved the new owners of Twin Galaxies plotting against him personally and seeking to besmirch his good name. There was also a brief moment where he mentioned pornography, his son, and an FBI investigation. The night would continue like any other, where he talked more and played a lot less. He says that he came prepared to play Donkey Kong and show off his skills, but alas, the organizers didn't bring a Donkey Kong cabinet to the event. He shrugs his shoulders and says, "Oh well." The master storyteller knows his audience, and he knows his naysayers as well. Billy's more than setting high scores now. Mitchell has become the best at telling stories about his record-setting performances. He doesn't play these games very often, if ever, especially in public anymore. And if you think back to the mockumentary, King of Kong, his wife was even interviewed and quoted saying that she's never seen him play live. There's also a report from 2006 saying that his waitstaff and some of his cooks came running out of the back from his restaurant to watch him play Miss Pac-Man during an interview. They all claimed that they had never seen him play live either. So Billy again claims certain parties have been targeting himself and his accolades for years. He was quoting saying that I've been called a threat and maybe I am that. He knew that eventually someone was going to paint a convincing enough picture, whether it was true or not, and he said that he's guilty until he can prove his own innocence, and that's the way it has to be for now. So the man maintains his innocence and says he'll prove that he still has the necessary chops. He says those who schemed to bring him down have only made him stronger. So now he's booked at events across the country, and at certain events he's going to try and play Donkey Kong and Pac-Man and get his scores back. Now, whether you like Billy Mitchell or you hate Billy Mitchell, like I myself, I don't really care. I just love to hear this guy talk. There's something about him that every time I see articles like this, I want to share with you guys. And his last quote is total Billy Mitchell. Again, whether you like the guy or you hate the guy, this was his quote at the end. "I'll do the same score on Donkey Kong, and then I'll let the game die. But why wouldn't you get a higher score?" he asks himself. "'Cause I don't have to," he says. "I'm Billy Mitchell." Then again, in true Billy Mitchell fashion, he takes some pictures with the audience, some fans, but what a lot of people noticed was in every picture that he was taking with somebody, he had to raise or lower his thumbs up hand to make sure that it was perfect in the shot. And like I said, I love to hear this guy talk, all the crazy stuff that he says, and you know, it might be even more crazy if he's actually telling the truth, because he's really on his high horse saying that his scores are legit. So again, he's going across the country doing these tours, I'm guessing at all gaming conventions. There's no schedule or list out of where or when he's going to next, but when that information is made available, I will be sure to share it with everyone. Now, before I leave you guys, I have a little theory of my own. Now, I know this is a long shot, and I haven't heard anything from Steve Wiebe's camp, nothing on his Twitter, etc. But I think that this is the long play to get another mockumentary done, and they're going to do something like King of Kong Part 2. And then this will be, maybe Billy will be the protagonist, and he'll be trying to redeem his scores. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Tell me, something about Billy, whether it's good or bad. Let me just hear from you guys down in the comments, because, like I said, it's an interesting story to me. And if you've clicked on this video, I'm guessing that you think the same. So that's it for now, guys. And again, if I find out the tour date or any locations, I will be sure to let you know. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in a few days.